What's up, y'all? Farmer Q here, and today we got some work to do. So we've been kind of just letting the garden do its thing, really just grow and grow and grow. But now we got the restoration done, and now we have to cut down some more. The tomatoes are now where I want them to be finished at. They can keep growing and keep growing and keep growing, but I just want them to be through it. So let me give y'all a quick look at these tomatoes and show y'all why we got to get them done. So this right here is the tomato patch, and boy oh boy, it's getting out of hand. But we're gonna harvest all of the viable fruit off of it, and we're going to cut the whole mega plant down. It's 6 plants, and we're gonna cut them all down, and we're gonna do some more garden work. We're gonna plant some seeds that we got in the house, and we're gonna keep it moving. So let's get it. We're gonna go ahead and get started harvesting these tomatoes, and then we're gonna move on to cutting these plants down. We're gonna go ahead and plant some new stuff that we got ready to plant. So we're gonna harvest what we can harvest, and whatever's good is good, whatever isn't. But look, we got a lot of tomatoes, so we're gonna harvest them, and that's what's gonna happen.
So we're just taking some time to really just get in here and make this mess manageable. Yeah, I mean, I say manageable, but we're doing complete eradication. So at this point, we just want to make sure that everything is off the plant. You know, we want to really just keep a good pace going while we pick everything that we're picking. And we want to make sure that we keep our space somewhat well maintained while we're cleaning up, because it gets really real really fast. So that's just something that I consider when I'm doing like these cleanup projects, because it can really get ahead of us real quick. During this particular cleanup, I was out here until the late hours of the evening. It had to be somewhere around 8:30 when I finished up, but no regrets about it at all. We got plenty of fresh ripening tomatoes as we speak, and we're just grateful, you know. But other than that, you know, we're just getting these tomatoes to a spot to where we can just make sure that whatever goes in the place that they're going to be at, or that they're going to be removed from, is going to be really, really clear. So that's all that we're really trying to get into right now. And as y'all can see here, as we fade later into the night, we're making some really good progress, but we're starting to accumulate quite the sizable pile as well. So we're just gonna, like I said earlier, just try to manage the space as well as we can, but we're making some really good progress in the grand scheme of things. So the clutter doesn't bother me for right now. It's only temporary. As compared to how much I want to actually, you know, throw them out or get rid of them, you know, and I try to make use out of as much as I can, but inevitably sometimes just things don't go exactly how we want as far as the harvest goes. No excuses though. We're definitely going to improve when it comes to the timely harvest, so that we can make sure that we're getting as much fruit as we can throughout the whole process. That's very, very important.
So this is the result of what we were working on last night when we were getting those tomatoes done. But now we actually have some leeway, and we're going to show y'all what it looks like in the garden at this point.
So I'm gonna put my corn in these containers. We're gonna be hand watering our corn the whole time through the whole process in the fall. As we get some of the declining temperatures, it's gonna be a little bit easier to maintain the temperatures that we're looking for. I'm gonna plant our cucumbers here in the rows right here. and we're gonna specifically plant our first crop into the rows where the watermelon vines are growing into. But we're gonna plant them strategically so they don't get choked out. But we want to use the watermelon a little bit as ground cover and take advantage of some of the vines running through the whole garden. So we're gonna go ahead and get these planted. We're gonna go with 4 corn plants in each of these containers. After that, we're gonna plant our brassicas back there in that little section. Kind of get them a little bit close to each other, but space them out a little bit. But then leave this whole section right here open to let the watermelon vines grow into them a little bit, have more ground cover for the next round of fall seeds that are gonna go into the ground. Over here in these 2 beds, we cleared out the tomatoes in this one. We already had this bed over here resting on the far side. So we're just gonna have a planting palooza over here. We're gonna literally plant 144 plants on our next planting session so that we can get ready to really fill this garden in some. And then we're gonna go with 72 more plants after that. But all the while, we'll be thinning things out as we go. But let's get it. So now these cucumbers are going to be shaded out a little bit by these watermelon vines that are growing vigorously through the whole area, and we'll really be able to kind of have a miniature ground cover, if you will. So we're going to plant some more cucumbers down through here. We have a total of 9, so since we have 9 of them, we're going to go ahead and, you know what, we'll plant 1 in the center of each corn plant bucket and see how that goes. Why not? Now we have our broccoli. Once you get that in, we got all of our broccoli for this round planted. We're gonna move some wood chips back in to protect our soil, just like before. We'll plant some good old cauliflower right through here.
Here, we're just going to add some dechlorinator to the water. We're going to add about 25 milliliters because it's 5 milliliters per 10 gallons, and that's a 50-gallon reservoir. We just mixed it into the reservoir there. And now we're going to add our yucca, which is our wetting agent, which is going to help our water penetrate the soil a lot better. And there we're adding about 75 milliliters. We're going to shake it up inside of the jar after we clean out the jar and the glass. We're just adding it. We're going to mix it up just like we did the chlorinator. And now we're adding our fish and seaweed mixture. That's the bread and butter of our mixture right here. And as you can see, we just mix it right in like everything else. And here we are throwing our sump pumps back into the reservoir. Those are what we use to deliver the water to the garden. And we're just applying some water now. We have both sump pumps plugged into a dual plug setup there, and we're just using that to supply the garden with water. Oh yeah.
All right, fam, so that concludes it for this one. we got a lot of stuff done. We got all of our plants planted. We didn't have quite 72, but we had at least 50 plants that we planted on this time. And we got a lot of cleaning up done. We got to show y'all around the garden and show y'all some of the progress that we've got done in the garden. So y'all know what that means. That's Farmer Q out.